You mean Roman Reigns' cousin?
That dude?
Oh, fuck.
They're all his cousins.
Oh.
Everybody's good on it.
All
right.
Refreshing.
All
I
right.
don't see it yet.
Are we broadcasting? We're
You just
live?
need to,
Oh,
you just
wow.
need to hit record on Audacity.
Oh, well, yeah, let's do that. All right. Boom. Wow. You.
Yeah, see, live
Yeah.
streaming.
Wow, we're live streaming. Who does something?
Again.
Okay, we're
Fuck.
back.
We're back.
Well, back again from last
Right,
week.
right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Live streaming. Portia, pimp it out on Facebook and Twitter. No?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody needs to see this anymore. No one's
Okay,
watching this.
I'll do it.
dirt.
Unless you want to wait till that. Okay, there we go. One viewer. It's 5 points.
Yay. Yay, we got one viewer.
That's me.
Oh, 3 now. Lucky there.
Yeah.
So we're already
All right, there we go.
we're on a roll. So we're officially official.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we actually start then?
I think so.
Okay. Well, here we go. Live from La Cosita Studios, it's the 169th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Travis.
And I'm Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. We have, we've had a rough week.
No, we haven't.
Rough couple of days?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's,
The stock in Kleenex went up half a point
yes.
today.
Just
Yeah.
half.
Do you wonder why?
Why?
Daniel Bryan.
Good old D-Bry. Yeah, he
Go into it. Just break into it. New
yes,
segment. Boop, beep, bop, bop, boop. Bryan.
he announced.
Copyright that.
Yes. He announced his retirement. Basically before Raw, earlier in the day via tweets, and then said, "Hey, tune into Raw and get your Kleenex ready." And at the end of Raw, of course, they made you wait all the way up until the end of the 3rd hour. It all hit the fan. D-Bry came out, and it was pretty emotional. Of course, they happened to be in Seattle, and
Show of hands.
uh,
How many people thought this was a work?
Portia's raising her hand.
I had.
By the way, Portia, ladies and gentlemen,
The monotone megaphone. Boop, boop. Yeah, there you go.
I had
she's just
a.
shaking her head.
I had a
Just your hand?
20% chance that this was a work
You thought it
at the
was
start of this.
Okay.
And then as the night progressed, no, actually not even that. Before the Raw even started, when it hit mainstream and like all these other outlets were covering it, and then all these other wrestlers and everybody was all tweeting about it and this and that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is building up quite a bit. If this is a work, someone's gonna get pissed.
It'll be in bad taste. If
Yeah,
doesn't
it
work.
would.
Yeah.
So the percentage I had was dropping down pretty quickly to the point where it's like, okay, when I found out this was going to end the show, even then I was like, okay, that could be pushed to another angle or something. But I was, by the time it started, it was down to like a 5% chance that it was over.
Yeah.
But the back of my mind, I was still thinking, they're going to get us. They're pulling our strings for something. No Vince.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is, and he's no longer active wrestler.
Yeah, I didn't think that it was a work
At all.
The reasoning on top of all the stuff you just said. Another thing too is that the last time when he came back from injury, when he had his little promo, he kind of teased like, "Oh, this might be my last time." Psych, never mind, I'm gonna wrestle again. So like I felt like they already did that, so they couldn't try to do it again. At least that's how I felt about it. So.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a work at all. From the beginning, I was like, oh, well, I was just waiting for. I was kind of waiting for something to happen. So as soon as whatever I heard, whether hey Brian's coming back or Brian's retiring, I was like, okay. Once I heard that, I was like, all right.
I was actually okay with it because I think I'm like you, like kind of already knew he wasn't coming back. I had it in the back of my mind that
He's been out for too long.
He's been out for almost a year.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about all the concussions.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Was that a secret? Like,
I thought it was
known?
neck injuries. That's what I thought the
His neck
storyline
and shoulder
was.
for the past year and a half is what he's been out with.
Yeah, well, not storyline, but yeah,
right.
That's what the story has been. That's been his neck. So
right.
Yeah, I didn't know it was concussions.
But when he mentioned that line about my brain may not be as okay as I thought.
It was, yeah. And this coming from a guy who also started doing the flying headbutt.
Well, it's probably not just that. But
Well, I know, but I mean, still,
he was a very high impactful wrestler from the get go.
yeah, from jump.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm not as emotional as you guys because I slept through the last hour of Raw,
Oh,
so I missed the entire thing. But I'm kind of glad I did because I didn't really like. I already had finality.
Yeah.
How so?
When the whole thing of Bryan that he got like concussion approval, like he got test approved to clear, like medically physical to clear by everyone except WWE. I was like, oh, they're not gonna let him come back.
There's
So I already knew like it was already like my hopes were already starting to dwindle down as the time went on from like August, September to November, December to now that I came back from the Rumbles. Like, yeah, Bryan's not coming back. So when I found out when he announced on Twitter that he retired, I was like, okay, that's it. It's sad, because as a fan, you're selfish. You want to see.
Oh yeah.
You want to see the story of the character done right. They fucked him over at the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row. He basically got into WrestleMania because the fans forced it to happen. It wasn't because they wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
And it just felt like the second Bryan wrestled Cena at SummerSlam and became the champion the first time, like it was just to shut us up so that they can say we got ours and they could just continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, because immediately after they ran out Randy Orton there and ruined everything. So yeah, it did feel like that.
And even now, like Bryan, like handing the title to Reigns so that Reigns can be the #1 contender and whatnot, and it's just like, okay, you made it obvious you don't want him to be the guy, so okay, So as a wrestling fan, you want to see that story finish through, but as a human being, like fuck.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Daniel Bryan's career, as much as this week WWE has been all like, oh yeah, let's celebrate it, and oh, it's been a great career, and look at all this accomplishments. I mean, it was a struggle getting there, not just because of his stature, but because WWE didn't believe in him.
It's WWE rewriting history to make themselves look good.
Yeah, like, hey, look at our guy that we,
they
built as an underdog.
They took for granted.
Yeah.
They never understood what they had, why he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
And
the whole reason why he was an underdog was because you made him that way, not by kayfabe wise, but by the fact that you just didn't want to do anything.
Case in point, they're already selling a T-shirt. Thank you, Bryan. It's already they're already making money off of it.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, all the media hype going into Raw, the fact that Raw went all the way for 3 hours and then they had it at the end. WWE is milking that shit for all it's worth. Yeah, D-Bry might have been genuine about everything and this and that, but it was marketing stuff.
Definitely, yeah. And that's the story of his career in WWE. But
so, how did you remember Daniel Bryan? What's your favorite moment?
See, I was kind of hoping that you'd do the listeners first. That way I could be different. But I'm just going to be different from the get-go because I already seen what some of the listeners say. So, aside from, of course, being there at New Orleans for WrestleMania 30, that's an easy thing. But I want to go back to something where I first discovered Bryan Danielson. It was him versus Nigel McGuinness for the second time for the ROH World Title. And that match was brutal. Like, it was so sick. Brutal.
Not just brutal.
Yeah, it was. Ooh, they had some extra stank and mustard on it. And I don't know exactly what the name of the pay-per-view was that it was at. I'm pretty sure like it was in like Philly or something. But the match was just crazy. And that was when that's when I finally became a believer in Bryan Danielson, and also a believer more so in Nigel McGuinness. I had already known Nigel a little bit before then, but that really set the pin on the map for D-Bry for me then.
So that your favorite moment was the match you don't remember what's from.
Well, I don't remember what it's from, but I remember the match. Yeah. Yeah.
Trav?
My favorite moment. Oh, remember that one time in band camp when he choked out Justin Roberts in the tie?
Yes. We watched that here together at your house. Yeah. We marked out at the
that was a good segment all around.
Yeah, we loved it.
Nexus.
Yeah. That was like we were like really pissed off because everything was so stale for a while, and then all these dudes from NXT came out and like, what's going on? And it was like a mind blow moment for both of us.
Yeah, because I think at the time, other than CM Punk and all that stuff with Nexus, I was done.
Yeah,
and that's what got me kind of.
We were kind of only watching Raw just because it was our little ritual,
you
know, and that was it.
It's Monday, we're wrestling days. We had what else?
We'll go over Travis' house on Monday.
Football.
He doesn't watch sports.
Sports ball. Hey, there was a big football game this weekend, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a match. Wasn't there? That's what they call them, matches, right?
Yeah. It was pretty good. It was Chelsea against Manchester United. That was it was good. Some dude got hurt nasty on his knee.
Cats versus horses.
Broncos and Panthers. I don't know.
No. Yes.
Anyway, if I actually had to pick a serious moment here.
You did. That was your moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick another one.
This guy.
And this is actually
I'm on the show. I can have more than one moment.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it.
I have a moment for every podcast I'm on.
2. Yeah. All right. So you said it was an easy one. I'm gonna say WrestleMania 30.
WrestleMania 30.
That was a good moment. That was a culmination of his journey to the top.
After sitting there at the arena, laughing your ass off that Taker, lost the streak.
Yeah.
You were one of the rare few that just found it hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Then the rest of the night changed for you.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Chris.
Sure.
Oh man, there's several, but I'm gonna pick something that's genuine.
Okay.
WrestleMania 30, we all loved it, but that wasn't genuine because that wasn't meant to happen. Bryan beating up on the Wyatts inside the steel cage and having the crowd in the palm of his hand, that wasn't genuine because we weren't supposed to have the Wyatts. They rebooted that shit in November. The first genuine moment I caught of Daniel Bryan was when he got eliminated on the NXT episode. And backstage, Matt Striker's like, any parting words for the WWE Universe? He's like, hey, if you guys want to see what I'm really about, use the Google machine and the YouTube parader, and you can find Bryan Danielson. Yeah, Bryan Danielson. I've been wrestling for years, and what you've seen is nothing compared to what I can do to everybody. And just him breaking that fourth wall of like, hey, WWE is not the only thing in town.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that's where everything started as far as like the acceptance of guys like Bryan and Punk and and even then like the whole thing that happened with Daniel Bryan, I think in my opinion is what led to Loki Caval winning the second season of NXT because of the independent like cred that they actually had Daniel Bryan there and they didn't do anything with it. So hey, another season, we got to make sure the indie heartthrob wins, and I think that Bryan
was the genesis of NXT, what NXT became.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
And actually, there were so many tweets and stuff over the last couple of days from wrestlers and things like that. One, I can't remember who it was. They tweeted that Bryan's, I guess, legacy or whatever would be that he broke barriers.
Sami Zayn did that.
Is that yes? Oh,
without Bryan, there wouldn't be guys like Zayn.
Exactly, and I think that's his biggest contribution. CM Punk kind of started it, but it was CM Punk was more accepted within the company than what Daniel Bryan was.
Well, it took him a little while.
It took him a while too. But once he made it in the main roster, I mean, he was handling things a lot easier than what Daniel Bryan was, and I think you started seeing a snowball effect once they figured out that this little IWC community that only knows what these internet darlings are. Once they started seeing how popular he is and the yes, once he got the yes chant and the beard, those two things are what really put him over. Yeah. It's you laugh, but it's marketing. Yeah, and that's what you need is a gimmick and a character. And that's
which is something he struggled with up until then. Yeah.
The reason CM Punk got over so easily was because he was basically just different, but he was still himself.
Right.
Daniel Bryan had to get over by being something that he wasn't comcomfortable with. He had to come up with. He had to evolve. He had to come up with the yes thing, even though he got that from Diego Sanchez from UFC. He had to get over his fear of hugging that he hates doing, but he had to do it with Kane, and that kind of got him over. And all the things that he doesn't like is what he had to break through in order for him to get to where he is.
It's a good analogy of his WWE career.
Yeah.
So enough of us. You got the old Facebook machine there. What are people saying about that?
Tanner Garza. Remember when Daniel Bryan called Bo Dallas a boner? That was awesome.
That's his favorite D-Bryan moment. Okay.
Wade Coburn. Winning the title at WrestleMania 30. Told a great story with both matches, and the yes chant in the Silver Dome was awesome.
Silver Dome.
Was it Silver?
Yeah, it was a silver.
Yeah.
It's silver outside.
Yeah.
Blake McCormick. His entrance at WrestleMania 28. He got a Hogan-Austin type reception, then lost in 8 seconds to Sheamus. Crowd booed, then sat quiet till Rock versus Cena. That was the first time I noticed his appeal with the fans was something more than average.
Yeah. I believe that was 18 seconds, though. But yeah.
Yeah, it was 18. Scott the Scott from Scott.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, jerk.
I got to say, WrestleMania 30 finally getting the title. I just wish he had a chance to be the champ.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Aaron Garcia. WrestleMania 30. That's when he completed the whole underdog story.
He's copying.
Jeff Milheims. I'm sorry, but I still crack a smile when I think of he and Kane arguing. I'm the tag team champions. No, I'm the tag team champions. And Brian shaking his head and pouting like a little kid. Hector Reyes. My favorite moment would have to be when he hit Shawn Michaels with the knee after the whole ceremony thing. Wish we would have seen a match between Michaels and Bryan.
What is that now? I don't remember that moment.
I think he's referring to the championship ceremony, the build-up to TLC, where they're hanging both the titles and all the former champions are around the ring. And I guess there was a brawl or something.
Oh, no.
No? But
That's when all the fans started chanting for him, like just straight up, and like no one could get a word in.
I know.
That was the same moment.
what did that have to do with Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
I remember that, but
fight, I think.
Was there a brawl that broke out somehow?
Yeah. Or maybe that was the Hell in a Cell match when Shawn was the ref.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Sauce.
Is anybody confirming that in the chat?
Yeah, somebody.
Please,
Someone
confirm.
confirm.
Clearly, we're not professionals.
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we don't get paid.
Yeah.
Dylan Robert Howland III.
Third.
Brian Cena at SummerSlam 2013. I had just started watching wrestling again after 10 plus years of being away from it, and man, what a match. Made me fall in love with wrestling all over again.
Here's the problem with that.
Uh-oh.
We kind of talked about it just a second ago. It was such a wonderful moment to be destroyed 30 seconds later by the cash-in.
Randy Orton.
That just ruined to me, it just ruined the whole thing.
It did.
And I can't, I'm sorry, I just can't accept that as a best moment.
Weren't we arguing as
Yes,
to whether or not that could have been a match of the year for us if it had not had the cash-in afterwards?
No, we argued it not because of that, but because the Brock Lesnar match is so much better.
No, you argued that it was all one match, even though I said the match ended and then a new match started and the new match ended. You wanted to count the whole thing as a match of the year, and because it wasn't complete with the Orton kerfuffle, you didn't want to pick it as a match of the year.
And then we went with Punk versus Brock.
Yeah.
That was a good pay-per-view.
It was.
Juan J. Botello. You'll say that I'm an asshole, but my favorite moment was when he retired officially.
Asshole.
No,
He's not.
what was my reply to that?
Well, if it's your favorite because you wanted him gone, then maybe. But if it's your favorite emotionally, then not so much. At most, you're a jerk.
No,
Sorry.
that makes sense. I mean, last night was a pretty.
It was a good moment. It was a feel-good moment for his closure. Of his
I don't know
story.
if I'd say feel good.
Well, for his overall health and well-being. I mean, you can't, like you were saying, you can't be selfish about it. Like, we all want him to keep wrestling.
Yeah.
But we don't want another Benoit.
Right.
No. You don't want to. It's not that you don't want another Benoit. How would the company be today if Monday Daniel Bryan returned to wrestle and another Mitsuhara Misawa happened live on national television in front of millions of people in the ring?
No.
Would you rather him retire, or would you rather him go out? How a lot of guys would say, "I want to go out doing what I love."
Yeah.
And literally, like have a seizure and crap his pants and
I like it. I mean, I like the fact that this is going to sound weird, but if we can learn anything about what happened in Benoit, it opened up the I don't want to say learning curve or anything, but for WWE to take their testing to the next level, and start seeing more testing and getting these guys who shouldn't be in the ring, get them out of the ring. And wrestling fans can be selfish sometimes, but you got to understand it's their health, you know. and you don't want to take a chance.
Yeah, and you know, I kind of feel like a lot of attention is put on the NFL and all the stuff that they're doing with concussion protocols and this and that. But even though they may be more advanced with that, WWE seemed to have jumped on that before, you know, and made that a thing more so than the NFL did.
And here's the
know?
difference: NFL has a players' union committee.
Right.
You know, the WWE doesn't have that. WWE has the boss, and if the boss says you're not good enough to go, guess what? You're not going.
Yeah.
You know. And the other thing on top of that, not to make us all look bad,
Too late.
as wrestling fans,
Yeah.
we've all had the moment where we're hypocritical.
Yep.
And it's one thing to sit here on a Monday and say, man, fuck Vince McMahon, WWE for sticking us with Roman Reigns instead of giving us Daniel Bryan one more time. And then 6 months later, if Bryan dies in the ring, fuck Vince McMahon because he let Daniel Bryan wrestle instead of taking care of his health. You know, there's always going to be people like that. You know, and it's at times, for whatever reason, we've all been that same way. And it's better to be on the defensive and just pull Bryan out as opposed to just throwing caution to the wind and, oh, shit, that did happen. Man, I mean, you thought the Benoit damage was irreparable. You know, if it would have happened, if there's something like that would happen with Daniel Bryan on live television.
Benoit wasn't as mainstream as Daniel Bryan.
Oh, no, dude. Deadspin, ESPN, the Houston Chronicle, even
Houston Chronicle.
Oh no! Even at work where I work at, we have like a private we have like video news film through Reuters.
Yeah.
Which kind of a big like
Reuters is big. Yeah.
They literally had clips today of Daniel Bryan retired due to medical reason, had like his picture on there. So like I'm at work staring at Daniel Bryan's face. I'm on the cloud and just felt like awesomely weird.
I mean, they said it in the middle of the speech. The worldwide trend. Thank you, Daniel Bryan.
For a lot of the show.
Yeah, I know Facebook had it on the top trending thing earlier. Yeah, he was everywhere. You know, and it is one of those things where it's you know, you hate to see him go, but if the health was that serious of an issue, I'm glad he's stepping down.
We got one more.
Okay.
Christopher Bake, which one I can relate to. I got to see him against Alex Kozlov in Houston at Supercard of Honor 4, WrestleMania 25 weekend. Nice. I was excited because he had been the guy you watched on DVDs and read about him in wrestling magazines. I had seen him many times live since, but that was great. And the card for that show is full of now WWE champions.
Yeah, nice. That's a good one. That's a good one. Was that the first night or the second night that ROH had a show?
That was the first night.
The first night.
Yeah.
That was the night where the guy passed around the cake?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was apparently a fan that had a birthday and
pass that shit.
They were passing it around birthday cake.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Of course.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
One thing that people remember.
I remember the cake.
Is the cake.
I remember Kenta versus Davey Richards.
Oh.
Was there cake?
And the fuck WrestleMania chants that I started.
Yes, I remember that. All right. Yes. Portia.
And the rope breaking in the first match.
Because that was
before the cake.
Ring. Yeah, that was before the cake.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, Portia, you wrote down a few things over there. Does anybody chiming in on stuff that we should have brought to our attention?
Okay, so the night of the ceremony, the brawl happened, and Orton was looking at the ring with Cena, Steph, and Triple H in there. So that's what they remembered about that ceremony brawl thing.
Okay.
But we don't know what the knee to Shawn Michaels is.
Yeah, no one knows.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember the knee.
I think I remember him attacking Michaels at one point.
That was because he screwed over. He screwed over him and it wasn't Triple H. I remember Shawn Michaels as a special ref, and he screwed over Daniel Bryan, and then the next night on Raw, that's what it is. I don't remember the special thing, but I remember that was like the last we saw of Michaels after he got his comeuppance from Bryan.
What else?
This is just my personal observation that if it wasn't for Chris Nowinski just being jacked up all this time, then we wouldn't have had all the technological advances. Well, at least for WWE.
Yeah, with all the concussion stuff. Yeah, that Nowinski dude. Yeah, he had a lot to do with all that.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible gimmick. Okay, wrestler, but yeah, he did a lot.
Brilliant mind.
Yeah, Brilliant Mind had a lot of good stuff with the concussion things and protocols and all that for wrestling. So, in a roundabout way, if it wasn't for him, maybe D-Bry would be wrestling on Monday Night Raw with a bad brain.
Yeah.
Anything else that we want to hit on with Daniel Bryan before we move on to something else?
Not that I know.
Okay, well then.
Whew.
Can we get
The answer
news?
was no.
What?
No.
Can we get happier news now?
Sure, happy news.
Happier news?
Balor got injured over the weekend.
Ah! Balor is injured? Why? What happened? Speak.
Balor hurt he injured his ankle in Indianapolis
Oh,
or some show over the weekend.
Yeah. This house show or something?
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Milwaukee.
One of those
He
things
injured
that
in
don't count.
Milwaukee, and then Bailey did the thing in Indy where she pretended to be him.
That was freaking adorable.
I didn't see the video.
No? Bailey basically doing the
Had his jacket on and did the poses and everything.
yeah. And then they kind of like made out in the ring and rolled around in the ring
They didn't.
a little bit.
Yeah. Also known as Super Bowl babies. But other than that,
Oh my.
the only positive, this again, we had this discussion earlier about NXT having to be more up to date, more live than taped.
Mhm.
They have between now and Takeover Dallas, all their shows are already taped in the can.
Wow.
So
Oh.
if Balor is ready to go by WrestleMania, then none of this shit really matters.
Right.
Okay, so it just affects.
And I think I said that when one of our group posts. I think I said, well, they're taped. I knew they were taped up pretty well.
Yeah.
So
It's easy for them to just be at Full Sail for like 20 minutes and have Joe like cut a promo
Right.
or even
Finn
Balor
can-
cut
yeah,
a
he
promo
can
and
do
be like, you know what, I'm still gonna be ready or whatever. And just go
Jack goes out there smiling, big cheating grin on his face this whole time, and with it on while he's on crutches. It's like, come on. And I saw that picture. I said, it's a work. what a heel! What a heel! Like clapping it up as he's hurt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So apparently, there's not 6 more weeks of winter.
No.
No, spring cleaning started over the weekend too. 5, 5 NXT guys
Really?
gone.
Okay, who left? Anybody important?
Bull Dempsey,
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
The other people,
Yeah.
Marcus Louis,
Yeah.
Sylvester Lefort, Magno.
Who?
Magno, he was a Mexican wrestler that appeared at TNA for a while on the World Cup tournaments for the X Division.
Does
you
he
lost
have?
me in TNA.
Does he have superpowers where he can summon lava?
No.
Magno. Magno.
And Peter Howard.
Who?
Peter Howard.
Who?
He was a, I think he was a rugby
Who?
a rugby player that they had signed for a developmental deal that I guess didn't work out.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I guess you can go back to playing rugby.
Yeah. 5 guys. Gone.
Yeah. All right. Happy trails.
That's it for the news.
Yeah. Bull
Boop, beep,
Dempsey. You care?
The bullfit thing it is a comedy gimmick. I mean, what else are you gonna do with it?
Mhm.
But he left. He didn't. I think he quit.
Did he? Or did he get fired?
No, I heard that he left on his own terms, and that was the same thing with Solomon.
CJ Parker.
Yeah, him and the last guy,
Crow.
Solomon Crow. So, and James Storm. There's another one that just left on his
Yeah.
terms. So I don't know I don't know why all these guys are leaving. I mean,
I'm surprised you're not as upset about it as I thought you would be.
Me?
Yeah.
For Bull Dempsey?
Yeah.
I thought you liked him.
I mean, he was all right, but I'm not gonna.
No, it's not that. Weren't you the one harping about there should be more NXT like cultivated talent
is true.
instead of indie guys?
You're
and
right.
this kind of
Yeah.
points more towards, hey,
I thought you said that. Oh, that was your problem.
I thought I said that,
you said
okay.
that.
but I don't know.
You
I
know?
don't pay
So now we got Austin Aries,
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn. There was Kevin Owens there for a while. The only guy right now that they're building up from scratch, as much as y'all guys don't want to admit it, is Baron Corbin. Apollo's even got indie cred before he got
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like Balor, Corbin's
no,
no.
Mojo Rawley.
No, Dana Brooke.
Oh, she ain't hype.
She's a whore.
okay.
All right.
I couldn't think of anything that's
Dude.
type.
Well, he's got a wife. He can offend every other woman. Doesn't matter to him.
True.
So- Ah,
Of course, she's giving you the stank eye over there.
that's the end of the news segment.
What, you like Dana Brooke?
God, no.
What's the problem?
Hey. All right. So
Do we watch NXT? Since we're talking about
yeah,
NXT?
are we done with this boohoo train? Can we get on to some good stuff?
Yeah, let's talk about some good stuff then.
Okay.
How big was the smile on your face when The Miz lost a tooth from AJ?
Okay, I guess we're not talking about NXT, but
No.
yeah, all right.
I like he just jumps around like that without like we had a perfect segue
we had
and
it
everything.
set up and we were
And this
going.
mofo over here, he just like jumps.
I guess it was my fault since I tossed it to him.
Yeah.
Let's break the fourth wall. Before we start recording, this guy said, "Oh, WWE, we need to follow the news of WWE because it bleeds in, man. Now he's throwing a fit because I'm actually following what Hefe said. Right, Hefe?
Not really, because WWE and NXT is all together. That's what I meant. All that.
Plus, we had a good segue.
Yeah. Bitch. All right. Anyway, okay. Shall we just flip a coin?
Fuck it, NXT.
All right.
Who saw NXT?
I did.
I watched it. Did you? I watched it twice because the first time I didn't remember watching it. So.
Yeah. That's kind of the same way.
And then I put it on before we started watching or recording tonight, and I was doing more stuff over here, so I wasn't really watching it again.
The black hole of boredom. Apollo Crews will do that to you. You'll forget the whole show.
Apollo
if he ends
Crews
it.
took on Finn Balor in a non-title match, which to me means, hey, I guess he's going to get a win. And no, he didn't. He lost. And he lost
Cleanly.
in a weird way. Well, yeah, cleanly, but in a weird way where it seemed as though Balor did overkill to maybe kind of prove a heely kind of point.
He did his finisher, and then he did a brainbuster or
new
something.
Finisher? Like,
Was it a brainbuster?
yeah, it was a brainbuster. Yeah. And he did it like with malice more so than you would normally see from a face, especially somebody as facey as Finn Balor. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, was that
The announcers put it over as like a respect thing.
Like he knew
That he had to put some more
because
stink.
he knew that Apollo wasn't going to kick out of that, so he had to put some extra stink on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe there might be some tease in there,
I think
or maybe something more.
I mean, I assume that he's going to go heel eventually at some point, but not because of that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
You lost me at Cruz. Like you could have shot him for all I care. I'm just following Cruz. Match of the week.
No, hold on. No, y'all give me shit about calling Danielberg a whore. This guy says he'll kill a motherfucker. He can get shot. And you're like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Let's
He doesn't have to die. You saw Terminator 2. Shoot him in the leg. He'll live. Look.
Again, shooting someone compared to calling someone whatever. Okay.
I have a match of the week candidate, and it's Santana Garrett against Asuka.
Yes, I agree. Well, first off, Santana Garrett, I saw her on my TV, and I was like, oh, look, it's Santana Garrett.
Why'd you say that?
Well, she was NWA Women's Champ, and she has a lot of hype going behind her. You actually brought it up to my attention, and I had forgot that she was in TNA for a bit. I've totally forgot about that. But, you know, her name has been in NWA circles just as prestigious as Barbie Hayden's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's been out on the East Coast more so than Barbie, but, like, she's the chick to beat, you know, in the NWA. So that was something that I was.
Was that her first time on NXT television?
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So I marked out a little bit.
Because I was wondering what the hell was going on. A little spoiler alert. I'm not going to give too much away. My first taste of Santana Garrett was actually when I was at the Orlando for the NXT taping. She wrestled there. And I had never seen her, but the crowd went apeshit bananas for her. And apparently half of that crowd was most of the crowd from Full Sail. So they had already seen this match before we went to Orlando. So that was my first taste of her, and I liked what I saw then, which y'all are going to see in a few weeks. But man, her and Asuka, like she
stood up to Asuka. She took it to her. I mean, yeah, Asuka won, and Asuka took it back to her as well. But I mean, damn, like she was so far the most credible opponent. I'd say that Asuka's competitive opponent. Asuka's taken on, and yeah,
it's a candidate for me for match of the week. I love it. That's probably the thing that stood out for me the most about this episode of NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just, a tag match? A couple tag matches? Right? Yeah, there's 2 tag matches.
Yeah, Bob Villain fought some jobbers. Or no.
Hype Bros, right?
Oh, yeah. And then
Cass and
Enzo fought jobbers. Yeah. Cass threw one of the jobbers over the rope, and he almost broke his coccyx.
I don't know if we said this before in another episode, but I'm loving the new aggressive promo style from Enzo.
Yeah.
His backstage promos that he's doing, dude, he's killing it on
the mic. Like he ran out of Ritalin. He had a prescription, and he's like,
no more Klonopin.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's NXT.
He lost his chill.
Yeah.
As the kids would say nowadays.
Yeah. So next week is officially the first week of the tapings from the big CFE arena in Orlando.
The one you went to?
Yeah, the one I went to.
The BFE.
Yeah. And I guess it's safe to say it. The main event for the first episode is going to be Carmella versus Bayley for the NXT title.
Nice.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm cool with it.
All right. So do you want to talk Raw and SmackDown, or do you want to talk something else?
Well, I was gonna say, well, you mentioned Carmella there. She had a little match. They're kind of trying to build her up a little bit, I guess, for her match with Bayley.
Yeah, it's another homegrown talent, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember her being. I'm sure she was in the indie scene, but I don't remember. She's not like an internet darling or anything.
You're right.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's another.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what were we moving on to?
You tell me.
Okay. Did you watch SmackDown?
I did.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Cool. I actually believe I watched SmackDown too. I think.
You
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
The only thing that matters, again, the Miz losing his teeth.
That's true. Yes, I did.
I remember telling y'all. WWE's Facebook has the top 10 of SmackDown. 3 of the top 10 involved Kalisto, and 3 of the other 3 of the top 10 involved AJ Styles.
What?
Yeah.
So
So
like top 10 of what?
like the top 10 things you need to know from SmackDown.
Of this past
The-
week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
The
thought
last
you meant-
episode of
yeah.
SmackDown, the top 10 moments from last week's
I
SmackDown.
thought you meant like best SmackDown
Yeah.
moments of all
fuck no.
time. You're like,
I
what?
know.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
thi- like what you would do for Raw, like catch whatever YouTube tells you is what's important.
Right.
That's that version for SmackDown, top 10. And it had Styles, calf crusher on the Miz. It had Styles accepting Jericho's challenge or rematch on this Thursday SmackDown. And I forgot what the other one was.
Interesting that they did call it the calf crusher. I listened to the Talk is Jericho podcast with him,
I'm halfway through that.
and he actually, they talk about it. Like Jericho asked him towards the end, he says, no, he Styles mentioned that he did the move in Japan in the time of his calf killer, and then Jericho said, hey, what are you going to call it here in WWE? He says, calf slicer. That's what we're going to call it, calf slicer. Because he said that's the name of, that's an MMA move. That's the name of, and so I guess something happened between then and him doing the moves that they changed it to calf crusher.
Crusher.
So
I know somewhere Connor's parents are very offended.
this is your first time watching SmackDown.
Get it?
Yeah. So
yes.
what'd you think of Morrow?
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the group.
Oh.
Group hug.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a bite.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I
Tracks
am.
bears.
Yeah, I'm
So you
totally.
gotta put up with it.
I'm sorry.
I'm totally 100% like down with Morrow. Dude, he's good. Really good. Yeah.
Welcome to the
Either that was your worst Booker T impression, or you legitimately think Morrow is good.
I legitimately think that he's good. That wasn't a Booker impersonation. Although I realized after I said it that it kind of sounded
good. I don't even good.
It's really, really good.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Those suck.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get Booker in here to do it, and we'll be okay. All right.
Give me time.
Right. Hank, come over.
And that bled into the Miz TV Jericho highlight reel on Raw.
On Raw, yeah. Again, thinly veiled attempts at masking AJ's negatives. You know, let all these other talkers talk for him. You know, because even though Jericho and Miz were out there arguing about, you know, pretty much beating up AJ and all this and that, Jericho's putting AJ over, you know, in between. He's like, well, but he's also really good and from this and that, but I'm gonna kick his ass and he's good, but is he great? You know, and like it was kind of cool. But I also feel like I know AJ sucks on the mic, but he doesn't suck that bad where you need to keep him completely away from a mic like Lesnar.
Yeah,
I was hoping to do something to give him a bone.
Number one, his moves, obviously. His career, number 2. And number 3, oddly enough, his theme song says a lot for him.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the lyrics of his song, it pretty much gets it. This guy, you can't fuck with this guy.
Actually, I was kind of hoping that like they kind of toned him down a little bit, because I've noticed the last couple of times he's been coming out to the ring, he's like, "This is my house where I belong here." He's like talking shit to the ring.
The chains are off.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. Like, I just want to see him watch the ring.
All I wanted to hear him say, like in front of Jericho and AJ, was like something like, "This is the difference. I respect Chris Jericho. Miz, I just don't fucking like you." That's all he needs to say, because that between Jericho hyping up AJ, that's all AJ needed to do to like bring the whole promo full circle and differentiate why I would rather see a rematch with AJ and Y2J against hearing the Miz talk about how he lost two teeth. All I want for Christmas is my two side teeth.
Yeah. Are we transitioning to that Raw segment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I did like. First of all, backing up for a second, I did like how Jericho literally took over Miz TV and turned it into the highlight reel. God,
yeah,
that was
cool.
The whole I all went for Christmas. That was stupid. It was because it's not even his front teeth. That was my.
Yeah.
It's not even his front teeth. Anyway, I did like when AJ did come out. They kind of teamed up a little bit to get rid of Miz, but they would still kind of go back and forth. They're about to get with each other, but then Miz kept interfering, and they had to keep getting rid of him. There's a good dynamic between all three of those. And I'm assuming this is going to lead into some kind of triple threat match at some point.
I would think Fastlane.
I'm thinking SmackDown tonight is recording.
Interference.
Miz is going to interfere, and that's going to turn into a triple threat.
Speaking of SmackDown that's being recorded tonight, Portia, you had a point about all that. Do you care to share?
I did.
Do you need me to remind you what your point was?
Just say it for her.
I was half asleep. I don't know what I said.
Okay, the point that you made was, hey, on Raw, they're actually promoting a match that's going on SmackDown.
Continuity.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Anyway.
Even before the match.
Yeah.
Did you notice the continuity?
Yeah.
How?
They were referencing SmackDown and saying it's going to happen on SmackDown.
No, before that.
What do you mean?
The
I'm
plant.
not-
Dang
I'm
it,
not-
the plants.
Oh.
The plant that Ambrose gave him on last Thursday's
Okay.
highlight
I thought I
reel,
got it, but I guess I
and
didn't
Roman
get it.
Reigns' stool that he got for him. They
Yeah.
brought that back, even though it was a different plant. It was orchids on Thursday, and it's like water plants on Monday. But
Hey,
tomato, fuck it, they're both edible. But continuity. They're actually making SmackDown feel more like something that you have to watch, as opposed to just like background noise. Even though the same match on SmackDown with the Divas happened on Raw.
I'm not ashamed to say it. SmackDown is more a priority watching than Raw for me.
Right now, yeah, SmackDown's kind of going up.
If it weren't for the death of Daniel Bryan's career, I probably wouldn't have watched Raw last night anyway.
You fell asleep through it.
Yeah.
See, they got him for 2.5 good hours.
If it was like SmackDown, 2 hours, they would have
2 good hours.
2.5.
Man, just the weekend caught up with me, man.
At SmackDown, it's more fine tuned. It's only 2 hours. They got better commentating. Matches are more solid.
Yeah.
It's a better show.
After 2 hours with Chris.
And they give you
shit out
15
of it
minutes,
right
they
now.
give you 10 minutes worth of a Raw recap for you to be like, okay, I don't need to watch that.
It's like that. They give you just enough recap of Raw to kind of get you going on what you need to know.
Mhm.
So if you're not watching SmackDown, watch it.
Yes. If only for Mauro.
Fuck it, I'm gonna throw it out there. Anticipation level for the rematch: Styles versus Jericho.
8.
8 for Porsche too.
Actually, no.
Porsche, use your words.
No. I'm going to say 7 because I think there is going to be interference. It's not going to be solid. It's not going to be a solid finish. So 7. So,
All right.
What about you?
I'm an 8.
Oh, okay.
keep it real.
I guess it's a solid 8 all around.
Am I the only one that thinks that Ambrose is keeping me interested in this whole menage with Lesnar and Reigns for Fastlane?
No, Brock's keeping me interested as well as Paul Heyman, but I see your point that Dean might be the most interesting right now.
I agree with the Abel. Yeah, Reigns didn't. What is he contributing? I do like the fact that they are. It seems like they're being more aggressive in pushing Ambrose the last week or two,
making him more of a threat.
Exactly, and I'm loving the dynamic of his quote unquote craziness of wanting to pick a fight with Lesnar. I loved all that.
Yeah.
I loved all that.
Yeah.
Like him walking up into Lesnar's face, like,
Yeah.
come on, whatever. And he got his ass kicked.
Like all the stuff that he was saying before Lesnar came out, like, oh man.
That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
The better stuff was afterwards when Ambrose called him out again, and then Lesnar F5'd him, and he just rolled around like, ha! That's what we should have got at WrestleMania. You know,
Thanks,
I can't. For some reason, Reigns had been booked so protectedly that I couldn't buy him getting beat up by Lesnar and then just laughing about it, because he's not the crazy guy. He's just like the muscle. Ambrose is like the Bugs Bunny that takes all the pain. Like Ambrose being the way he is now is more believable than Roman Reigns pretending to be it last year.
Mm.
And that's what's keeping me interested in this, because I think having Lesnar and Reigns in the same ring, it's easy to just come up with a prediction because it's WrestleMania season. Most of the stuff between now and WrestleMania is easily predictable anyway.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're doing these things with Ambrose that you wouldn't expect WWE booking to do with Ambrose and Lesnar in the same ring is kind of making me wonder, hey, maybe all the crap about not liking the idea of Lesnar against the Wyatts at Mania, maybe they could do something different.
Yeah.
And this is something that we say almost every time. There's potential for them to do something different, even if they don't do it, which is like 100% of the time. But still, at least if they push the potential enough, that'll keep me interested at least to this pay-per-view. And right now, Ambrose's actions is keeping me interested in this pay-per-view.
What I want to see happen before Fastlane,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we might get it on Raw. I want to see one-on-one Lesnar versus Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of that match, I want to see an Undertaker-Jeff Hardy situation where Undertaker's walking away or Lesnar's kind of walking away, and and Ambrose is doing the Jeff Hardy, come on, his helmet ring, and he walks through there and shakes his hand, raises his hand up, whatever. I want to see that.
You know why?
Why?
Because that adds intrigue that Stephanie's been trying to rub into the guys' faces the entire time. Example, Ambrose is out in the ring trying to have Lesnar for himself, and Roman Reigns suddenly wants to get into the party. Hey, remember me, the guy with the long hair that moistens vaginas? I'm here too. Give me attention. So that when Lesnar turns around, Ambrose hits him because Roman Reigns' distraction, not because of Ambrose. And now that, hey, we're ending the Raw before Fastlane with Lesnar and Ambrose having respect, Reigns will be like, what the fuck, bro? What about us?
Yeah.
And then it'll be the whole.
How was your friend?
Yes, Iron Man Cap. You picked the wrong side. And that adds more fuel. And yeah, I like exactly.
Fastlane, Civil War.
Sierra Hotel, India. Fuck you.
I did think that whenever Ambrose was getting his ass whooped at the end there, and Roman Reigns came out, I was thinking to myself, okay, something's going to happen here. That's what's going to set Ambrose off to actually get pissed off at Reigns, and nothing happened. I don't know. It was just it's a slow burn. I can tell something's going to happen.
I don't know if they're really going to pull the trigger with them being adversaries either. I don't think one's going to turn on the other because there's just the roster's too depleted.
Yeah.
Okay, what scenario right now after what happened on Monday do you see more likely? Lesnar versus Triple H with Reigns versus Ambrose? Lesnar versus Roman Reigns? Lesnar versus Ambrose with Roman Reigns fighting against Triple H? Or Triple H and Ambrose at WrestleMania?
And definitely not Triple H and Ambrose. As much as I'd like for that to happen because it's different. So WWE's not going to go with that for their biggest show of the year. I think that the big money, quote unquote, would be on Brock versus Triple H. I think that has more mainstream appeal. But man, I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd have to be probably, as much as I hate to say it, Roman versus Brock again.
Mm-hmm.
No?
You mean Roman versus Triple H for the title, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
You don't think WWE would at least have enough balls to give us WrestleMania 2000 again?
Oh, McMahon in every corner?
Just a four-way?
A four-way?
Who's the fourth? Well,
Ambrose, Reigns, Lesnar, Triple H.
They could have depended.
Stretch that out 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Elimination style, maybe?
Here's the problem with that, though. We just said it. The roster's so depleted. That's taking a lot of real estate from the roster. You can easily have two big matches instead of one.
Yeah. You could have Brock and
that four-way match at WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 16. That was look how big the roster was back then. It was a big roster.
But you wouldn't think that would be better than having a match Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the title, knowing in the back of your minds, okay, this is the WrestleMania that Roman finally walks out with the belt, as opposed to something that's less predictable.
Yeah.
Seeing that from the corner, like Daniel Bryan, there's this unknown Dean Ambrose. Suddenly he's getting everybody's attention and everybody's organically clinging to him, as opposed to you just force feeding Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you have that appeal by having all four of and Lesnar? You don't want to waste a UFC guy with fucking Braun Strowman or
Yeah.
or Eric Rowan or Harper.
Apparently, that
You know?
rumor's already been killed. Like they're already changing their plans for that because of all the backlash.
And that's what I'm saying. If they're already killing that idea, why not just do a fucking fatal 4-way and take the same amount of time or elimination? That's instead of 40 minutes split apart on 2 matches that you probably know what's going to happen, put them all together and give us something that we can't predict. Like last year where we couldn't predict, hey, is Rollins actually cashing in or is Roman going to actually lose or whatever, you know?
When is Rollins due up to come back?
Not at Mania.
No?
Oh, hell no.
Okay. I was just checking.
I wonder when Cena's coming back. Yeah. So.
Portia, you're writing an awful lot of stuff over there. All right, are we getting backed up on your notes?
Possibly.
Okay, what you got?
She's playing tic-tac-toe.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
This was asked after the NXT talk, but I guess it's still pertinent. Samoa Joe main roster after WrestleMania 32.
That is
Possibly.
That is a rumor. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. I know Chris would like to see it, right?
I don't know.
No? You rather see him still on NXT?
Yeah. I mean, I would.
Well, let's let the man talk for himself.
Don't let him do that.
No, that's what I said. I would. So
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good job.
Yeah.
Chris?
speak.
Oh, huh? What?
Joe?
Eh.
What do you mean, eh?
If they're doing things out of necessity instead of organically, that just goes back to, man, just leave them in NXT.
Okay.
That goes back to the complaint I had with Brock Lesnar. If you can't manage the talent you have now, don't ruin Lesnar bringing Lesnar in if you can't manage what you already have. So if you can't work with what you already got, don't ruin other careers by bringing them into this pool that's going to just make everybody else rotten, just like the apples you already have are rotten. Keep Joe in NXT.
Okay. What else you got?
SmackDown talk. Hey, Goldberg's back.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Goldberg is back in the
Great transition. That's on our list. Right back.
Yeah, in the form of Ryback.
Hadn't heard those Goldberg chants in a while.
Yeah.
Just when you.
I guess you missed him.
Yeah. You know, sometimes the only pop I would get would be the Goldberg pops. You know what? Let me have these plain black shorts and maybe I'll get a reaction.
At least he ditched the singlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of dug the look on SmackDown.
Did you?
Just the plain black trunks. Yeah, it was.
He looked less silly.
Yeah. And then he came back on Raw. Here's the thing. Like, I saw, before SmackDown even happened, I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
of his
on
new
the
attire.
internet.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, he's got a new gimmick or whatever, a new character change. Exact same thing. He just changed his attire.
Yeah, he's just in
And I was thinking, that's kind of a waste, isn't it? Like, I don't know. It's just he's got the same catchphrase, same music, same everything else. He's just wearing a singlet now, or just wearing a
chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even worse on Monday when he came out with the same accessories.
Yeah.
And now he's got like graphics on his tights now.
Yeah.
Blue tights.
Blue, yeah. So I don't know. I dug it more on SmackDown than on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I guess I was a prototype.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was opportunity there for them to do an evolution of him, but it seems like they're just kind of doing the same, except instead of it being full body, it's just the chones. Chris, you want to talk about his chones?
No, he
Okay.
lost to Bray Wyatt. Okay, next.
All right, Bray Wyatt.
Okay, next. Dudley heel turn.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. How about that?
As soon as it was that little backstage thing with them coming up to Usos and saying, "Hey, we should have a tables match," I was like, "Okay, they're gonna turn him." Like,
Really?
I was expecting.
You thought that?
I was expecting them to beat him up right then and there and take their spot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't thinking that.
It was. They needed to pull that trigger a long time ago.
I think that's when I started to fall asleep because I thought for a second I was watching TNA. You're gonna have random stipulation matches for the F of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dixie.
Thanks
That
for
was
that.
random. That's a good point. That was very random.
If we talk TNA crap all the time, I might as well be fair and say
Yeah,
the same shit
no, that
for the
makes sense.
big company.
Yeah.
Just don't know. I
Okay.
did the same shit on SmackDown too a couple weeks ago with the Wyatts, that tables match that the Dudleys
Yeah.
kind of won,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then they got
I mean-
killed anyway.
Is it kind of okay that the Dudleys are doing it because it's kind of their thing? Does that take away some of the
because that's
sin
well.
of it?
The fact that the Dudleys themselves are saying tables match is our match. That's stupid. That's lame. Like, it's always been the commentators putting that over.
Mhm.
That's their specialty.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tell people what your specialty is.
Yeah.
Or whine and bitch that you're not in a match.
That is your specialty.
Yeah. That for me. That's what fell apart.
The bigger problem is matches like that should be saved for something that you should be paying $9.99 a month for at least. And to the point where the one time that it does happen on television, it's built the entire way through. It has people in the storyline that matter, and there's a definite outcome to it.
Right now,
didn't we just talk about the Dudleys? Why are they on my television? Because they can't get a win to save their life against the tag champs, and now I'm supposed to think they're credible because they're making pouty faces and putting people through tables. Like, no. And they just hoard out this tables match again on television twice before Fastlane. This is the second time between Rumble and Fastlane that they've had tables matches on free television. You know, that's no bueno in my book.
Does that mean that they're going to have a tables match at Fastlane?
At this point, I don't even care. Because you have a team that at least both of us have complained that they're useless now on the roster because they can't get a win to save their life against a team that we both want shot or off our television. You know,
wait, you want
Usos.
You want the Usos?
I like the Usos, but you gonna put the Dudleys with them? That's like the Bermuda Triangle of like.
Actually, here's kind of like what I was hoping was going to happen, but it didn't. When the heel turn happened, when Bubba attacked the first Uso,
Uso won.
I don't remember. Yeah, true. For a second, there was like D-Bone was giving him a look, like he almost like what the hell? He almost gave him a look like that, and I was thinking, oh shit, finally, yes. And then my brain's already thinking, it's like, okay, the roster already depleted. They need more guys. Yeah. Hey, this is the time they're gonna actually pull the trigger and him turn on everybody.
Yeah, and have him be the bully. Yeah. Because man, as much as
that hurts more than the Bryan retirement.
Yeah.
God,
no.
do you know who I am? Come on.
He was doing that, but in the team. But yeah, man. I mean,
he did say that when he looked at you know who we are.
There's so much missed opportunity there. I mean, D-Mon's great. You know, I'm not taking anything away from him, and I'm not taking anything away from the Dudley boys. But dude, you're dropping so many fucking balls with not having bully be bully.
This guy in balls. He always.
If there's anybody there to pick him up.
Suck on him.
But would you suck these balls?
No.
Bonus points for anybody out there that gets that reference.
I need an adult.
You're so screwed, then.
Oh no, there's none around here.
Yeah.
Did we just turn into the Young Bucks?
There's nothing young about this guy.
Not about that Mr. Fantastic Gray in here either.
What are we talking about again? I was gonna say something, but I really did forget what I was gonna say.
God damn it, Tori.
You mentioned dropping balls. It's like, what?
It doesn't take much.
Match of the week candidate: Owens versus Ziggler.
Well, probably
this
like
is the only,
16.
Yeah,
but
this is the only match. No, they'd have more than 2 matches.
Yeah, they've had more than 2 matches.
No,
but
well,
they've
built up that this is the
iteration.
second time of them on Raw 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Ziggler won last week. You hyped this up that, oh man, this is match of the week candidate. It could always be my pick. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a shot. Match of the week candidate.
Yep, good again. I agree. Another match of the week candidate for me. No, not for
I think
you.
it was okay. I'll say, yeah, it was a good match. It was definitely not my match of the week. But
it's not mine either by a long shot.
Yeah.
No.
I had an issue with that match. I texted y'all this. Y'all didn't listen to anything. I mentioned it to you.
What'd you say?
That I'm getting worried about Owens. And the amount of shit talking that he was doing in that match.
Oh, that.
Shit talking, you said.
Yes, it became. It's almost becoming a gimmick now.
Like his taunt button is stuck.
Yeah, like he won't like. It was cool when he was just talking shit when he had someone down on the ground and that was it. Now it's like he's talking shit here and he's talking shit. It doesn't matter, and he's going over to Michael Cole. It's almost like they're building a feud between him and Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, everybody should talk about Michael Cole because he's useless. Whatever it takes to get rid of him and put Morrow in, fuck it. Kevin Owens can do this all day. Okay. I like the part where he goes, "This is why I'm the best or why I'm the champ." But yeah, it's starting to wear out a little bit too. But I did get a different vibe watching this match with Ziggler.
Why?
I got the vibe that Kevin Owens is this year's Money in the Bank winner.
Okay, I can see it. He fights for a prize. That's
sure. There's no one else left.
Yeah.
That too.
So the Money in the Bank is going to be 2 guys, Ziggler and Owens.
Yeah, these 8-man ladder matches, those are
fuck
gone.
that.
Those are gone
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we need to be careful.
Hell, with the amount of injuries, they might put a kibosh on ladder matches.
No, they'll have the 3-foot ladder and just
Oh, the Hornswoggle ladder?
Yeah, the Hornswoggle ladder. Yeah. You can't get
Brought to you by
concussion.
Mattel.
Yeah, falling that far. Yeah.
The Money in the Bank step ladder match.
Yeah. So real is like being in the ring.
Boing.
Where are we going?
Kevin Owens and Ziggler was match of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Candidate.
What's next?
Somebody wanted to talk about the women.
Yes, the women. It looks like we're going to have a tag match at the pay-per-view. We're going to have Becky and Sasha versus the remnants of Team Bad. If this means that this is going to be the last of the team stuff, then I'm okay with it. But I have a feeling it's not going to be the last of the team stuff, and they might do something with Becky and Sasha.
No. I don't think they are.
No?
Sasha's too hot as a commodity right now to.
Oh, I agree. I just don't know if.
And they're even going back and forth like on SmackDown and Raw about how she's kind of forced to team up with her because no one else likes her. I don't like the fact that she said she couldn't beat Team Bad on her own and she needed Becky.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, but I understand that she's putting over them two as credible opponents. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sasha versus Becky versus Charlotte WrestleMania 32. Okay.
Huh. Three-way? Sure, why not?
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Uh-huh.
I would love to see Becky getting her ass beat. She reaches out to get the hot tag from Sasha. Sasha tags her in. She stares down Naomi and Tamina, ready to lay into her. Turns around and beats the shit out of Becky.
Yeah.
Like the 4 Horsemen and Sting.
No.
No,
because because you're teaming her back up with Team Bad.
Yeah, fuck that.
No. I'm surprised you.
I know. No, but that's the first thing I thought of when I seen that Sasha and Becky were teaming up. Because that promo they were doing back and forth. Well, I guess we're gonna have to be teammates. Well, I guess we will. And
then Renee was like, "Did you just team up with?" And
I guess so.
We did. Like, oh, Becky is so adorable. Oh, Becky.
Yeah. No, Renee.
Oh.
I'll drink to that.
Renee and Becky.
Hell pie.
Actually, there was a match on SmackDown that was repeated on Raw. It was Charlotte versus Alicia Fox.
Okay.
I didn't realize they were the same height when I first saw it. Change the channel. I was like, "Who's this tall bitch that they got to fight Charlotte?" And I was looking. I was like, "Holy fuck, that's Alicia." Okay, I changed the channel.
Aww.
You know what?
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I was actually impressed. I thought the match on SmackDown. The match on SmackDown I thought was better than the one on Raw, but I guess what I was saying, it's on SmackDown. Come on, it's a better show.
Tomorrow, back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I was impressed. It was actually a competitive match, and one that you wouldn't really expect.
Yeah.
From Alicia. The good thing about the one on SmackDown is we got to see that beautiful Northern Lights suplex that Alicia Fox does.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah. When she goes up on her toes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This guy.
I don't like the big temper tantrum she threw after she was trying to.
She's always done that. I've never liked that.
But she's going back to that crazy gimmick thing. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Why does WWE always have to make them crazy chicks?
Yeah, we've had a discussion before.
We have.
Yeah. What else we got, Chris?
That's it for WWE.
Okay.
Do we have anything for listeners?
Just the observation, just for me, I guess, that they're doing Charlotte versus Brie for Total Divas, and to make Brie feel a little bit better because of the whole Diva thing.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah, because Brie just got the win on Charlotte, and now she's gonna fight Charlotte at Fastlane.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with the Daniel Bryan stuff. You're gonna try to make me watch Total Divas? Fuck that. No.
I might want to watch it just to see the behind-the-scenes stuff of D-Bry, leading up to it. I mean, they did the same thing with Cena when he had a golf ball on his elbow, I tuned in to Total Divas for that.
I'm barely trying to watch SmackDown, bro. No.
All right.
No, that's it for WWE.
But on Total Divas, there's boobs.
YouPorn is free.
Oh, and
Lucha
Dragons. Sin Cara's back.
Oh, yeah, Sin Cara's back. Poor Kalisto.
I know.
You know what I was thinking was going to happen? I was thinking a Sin Cara heel turn. Jealousy.
Anything against
Mexican versus Mexican, loser builds the fence. Oh.
Yeah, anything against Sin Cara and Kalisto split up because damn, Kalisto had a good little mini run, and I want him to continue doing that.
A little run.
Yeah, because he's a little guy.
That's racist.
That's not racist.
He's
That's
Mexican.
racist.
He can
That's
say.
scientist. Yeah. Olay.
You want to take a break?
Sure.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about when we come back from the break?
Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, and apparently 2 people from the show went to watch Reality of Wrestling. Find out who when we come back.
All right. Then let's come back. Okay.
Yeah.
Cold exit. All right. So you live people, you don't have to go anywhere. You can stick around and just watch us dick around for a little bit.
You said dick.
I did say dick. Dick, 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 dick.
Don't see Porsche don't encourage him.
I'm sorry.
Dick, 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 dick. Let me save this file. That would be important, right?
If you don't say that file, I swear to God.
Man, swear to nobody. Go away.
I'll hurt you. I don't think I will remove that dang table.
There's no stairs on the other side of that table.
Well, since you asked, yes. So yes.
Oh, wow. What a funky. Wow, asking.
Wow. So I'm not used to manners around here.
Yeah.
I guess somebody forgot that I rang the fucking doorbell, but that's okay.
Oh.
Apparently that doesn't count anymore. He's raised his standards a bit.
Today is the 9th.
Yes, it is.
Save.
All right, y'all take y'all's bathroom breaks, whatever y'all need to do.
No.
File is saved. Yay!
Fine.
Cool. We're ready for part 2 whenever I'm done taking a leak.
That's so classy and shit.
I know.
How you feeling, Chris?
We'll just look at him.
No,
He's clearly miserable.
I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you
I
be
ran
too?
out of Vicodin and my back still hurts.
Well,
So I just got to double the doses of the alcohol.
You work for a company that provides insurance. You can use it once in a while.
they'll allow you to do that.
America.
Yay.
He just likes the attention.
No, not really. How was the day at the bank for you, Travis?
My manager called in, so I was in charge.
Welcome to Banker Talk.
Yeah.
Our teller got fired. Our new teller got fired for a surprise audit. She was short 50 bones, and yeah, it was funny.
But now does that mean you have to kind of?
I'm back to going 60 hours a week, which I'm not. My paycheck's not complaining, but fuck, I need more drugs.
Yay, drugs.
So, yeah. The rest of my back is fine, but the upper right here where the kidneys go,
What they're supposed to be?
yeah, it doesn't feel like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know? So, like, yeah. I think I'm getting used to the blood pissing. But at some point, I think I need to get my pipes fixed.
Again,
Get a tune-up.
Again, insurance.
Get a tune-up, yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing that people do.
Get my air filter changed and my
Yeah.
spark plugs tightened and replaced, and, you know,
Don't remind me about car parts.
get that crap out of my back. Yep.
I wonder what happens if I click this button.
There's such a thing as too hardcore.
Why are you clicking buttons?
Oh yeah, your card died.
Yeah. I'm not happy about it.
That explains why you're here with Abel. Did he charge you?
No.
That's what I asked her.
No, you better not charge me. Yes.
I think at this point that's the only way Abel's gonna go to ROW next month is if he gets a paid ride from Uber to make it worth his while.
Oh,
Because
no.
that means that person's gonna have to pay round trip to go back.
That's right. He said it's a 2-hour drive to get from his place to.
Good fuckity fuck with a fuck. Oh no.
No,
No.
no, so damn.
I mean, I like Brennan, and I tolerate the other half of the roster, but fuck.
Do I have to already put my
Texas
disclaimer
City.
on there?
Shit, we lost disclaimers as soon as we went live.
Can you hand me my cup, please?
No, don't do it.
You already peed, though.
Yeah, I got to refill.
Oh.
All the things are wrong with that sentence.
Welcome to Houston Wrestling Radio.
Damn it.
And I got hit by a car on Saturday.
What?
Yeah, Bullet Bill's got a dent. He's missing a few teeth.
Oh, your car got hit.
Yeah, I was
What?
pulling out of the parking lot, pulling out of Antoine when I was helping them out on Saturday, and some dude slammed the brake and hit me, and he goes, "Well, you give me $50, I don't have to worry about calling the cops." I was like, "Man, you have half of your bumper was already gone before I hit it, and I have insurance. Do you have insurance?" And he goes, "Don't worry about the $50." I was like, "No, wait a minute." And then I turned around, and I remember my inspection sticker is expired, and the cop at Florida gave me a warning when I was doing 25 on 10 on the sand. That said the next time I get pulled over, they're gonna tow the car. It's like, fuck it, I will just go.
Wouldn't it be valid just in Florida?
No.
No.
And so added to the back pain that I still have, jamming the brake before impact. The impact kind of kicked the brake back, so I kind of fucked up my knee too. So that's where the rest of my drugs went. At this point, I will need a silver spoon and a lighter.
I think I mentioned this before.
And I was
But
tempted
insurance.
too because the
Insurance
Super
is the
Bowl
thing,
game
right?
yesterday,
Yeah, you know, there's
Yeah.
this thing.
the
and
Super
they
Bowl
even have,
pajama
like,
party
Obama
yesterday, there was like
Yeah.
weed all over on the second level. And I was thinking about getting high so bad. You know how many people have died from marijuana? Nobody. When's the last time I got piss tested? Never. But nah, I figured I'd keep it 100. Just for the show. Nobody caught me.
I caught it all. I just don't know what to say.
We're here to say.
Just start the thing.
You know, this is on the internet now for everybody to see.
Sorry.
Dick.
Did you start
There's
the
only
thing?
3 viewers.
No, we need to start that thing.
Is
Are we
it-
ready to come back? Are we?
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah. Are you done? No one
Is
else?
is that on Snowball?
Yeah, that's going.
All right. Did you tell people how to get a hold of our episodes?
No, I can do it right now.
No, go for it.
Can someone do it, please?
All right. All right, guys, and we are back. Thank you so much for sticking through the commercial break. We very much appreciate it. If you are listening old school style on the old podcast,
This is fucking weird, dude. I'm not used to seeing you without your glasses.
Oh,
yeah, you, Travis,
okay.
without the glasses.
I'm sorry.
See, you people out there in YouTube land know what he's talking about because you can actually see us.
Right.
You can see
2
that
eyes
Travis
over here.
is not wearing
Yeah.
any glasses. So if you're listening on podcast form, please at some point, check out our YouTube channel where we're actually doing this live on YouTube. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m.
You can chat with us too.
Yes.
And we'll sometimes respond.
Yeah, Portia's back there.
We as in Porsche.
Yeah. Well, she's
For now.
doing it for us. Since we're talking, we don't get to read the screen and all that, so we had to have a little Oompa Loompa over there.
Like professional.
Yeah.
Why am I a Oompa Loompa? I'm not orange. I'm not Donald Trump. What the
Or
fuck?
middle.
Oh, this guy.
If you must know, Chris, I made a mistake of going back and watching the past viewings of our live
You scoot
recordings.
over.
And it broke your glasses.
And no, I got irritated with myself because I noticed that my glass kept like slipping down, and I would like keep like doing this number, and I was like, God, if it was annoying me, I'm sure it was pissing off other people too. So, benefit of the doubt, I'm saving.
Wow, your
So you're
glasses,
taking one for the team?
Yeah.
your glasses fit really tight on your face. Yeah, they don't slide
Actually,
down.
these are loose.
They are.
The Ray-Bans, the Oakleys I
I'm sure my
have, they
glasses
leave
might work better for
imprints.
you.
Huh?
I'm sure my glasses might work better for you.
No.
Oh.
But
Okay.
The yellow will go good with your complexion.
Yeah.
I'll try Porsche's glasses.
Okay.
Oh, y'all want me to try glasses on?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, here we go.
Just affect my face.
Ugh.
No, it's fine.
You start talking Spanish. Good fuck!
I'm blind, okay? Shut the hell up.
You're blind. I'm losing my vision right now. So
Wow. This is
I suddenly want donuts.
YouTube exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all this tomfoolery.
I suddenly want to watch Hello Kitty and eat a shitload of donuts.
Don't you always want to eat donuts anyway?
Yeah.
Mister, I'm gonna go to Krispy Kreme whenever.
Pussy Hello Kitty's close enough too. Yeah, donuts.
What?
Yeah.
What
Travis, a gentleman and a scholar with your Dolce and Gabbanas on, baby.
Yes, thank you.
Are you ready for Fashion Week?
Ooh.
Heel toe.
Oh, he's ready for Zoolander too. That's what he's ready for.
Yeah.
He needs that Facebook profile picture in blue.
Oh shit! Oh my god,
That was professional.
that was blue steel times 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, that, ooh.
Thank you. I
You
practiced.
probably
I practiced the
broke
mirror.
our computer here with
Yes.
this beautifulness.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you,
Oh.
sir. Yes. Talk about a gentleman and a scholar.
I'm gonna
yes.
make sure I sit down for the next hour.
Do you need
Chris,
a
I
towel?
dare you to put his glasses on, because he's had these for like 15 years.
Yeah, they're all scratched.
Somebody
out.
please put Tyler Breeze's theme music in the background as I put these on.
Yeah, you don't wanna.
Oh,
You don't wanna.
fuck.
That's even worse, isn't it?
You don't wanna.
I'm so he has Abel's eyes now.
The eyes.
Hey there, buddy.
Woo!
Are you okay?
I can see you now.
The eyes.
The goggles do not see.
Oh, by the way, while the shenanigans are going on, they want to know: have you named the bell yet?
Oh,
I
I
forgot
haven't named
name.
the bell.
The bell is called. It doesn't matter what the name is.
Y'all were asking the
We
goddamn
were
name.
asking.
We as in he. Like here.
Name the bell already.
Fred.
Fred?
Fred the bell?
Fred.
Why?
Why not?
Just because you're
What
pulling
is-
something out of your ass.
What do you?
I like
What?
Fred.
What do you have
Hey,
against Fred?
Fred.
What did Fred do to you?
You only like it because it came out of his ass.
What?
You don't complain when I like things that come out of your ass. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, that is the ugliest corn on the cob I've ever had. I took one for the team. I put some cream on it like every other Mexican does, and I made it work.
In situations like that, you need a pair of tongs and a friend who can keep a secret. And apparently, I have a friend who can't keep a secret.
But you had the tongues though.
It was his idea to put this show on YouTube, so you can blame himself, right?
Uh,
Lucha Underground!
Oh, God!
Is that a segue?
Pendejo! Tell me something about Lucha Underground you like.
ooh, all right. Let's see here.
PJ
again,
Black.
Yes. Yes.
You were taking too long.
Yes, sorry.
It shouldn't take that long to answer a question
Sorry.
about Lucha Underground.
PJ Black. The
His
terrible.
feelings are legitimately
No,
hurt,
they're
Travis.
not. No.
It's
right.
okay.
No.
Brian will live. Your heart will go on. Wherever you...
Shit.
PJ Black.
Daniel
The devil.
Bryan season 3 Lucha.
Aw.
Anyway.
They didn't let me wrestle in the E, but they let me wrestle here. And they even paid me in tortillas. That's racist.
Dario Cerebi, unique
That means-
opportunity.
Would you fucking scoot over, man? Damn. Alright.
When you want the attention, I'm not giving it to you.
I had heard about PJ Black and what is it? Darewolf was his.
Mhm.
I had forgotten that was Justin Gabriel's name. So when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, hey, it's Justin Gabriel."
Yeah.
But it's cool. He's a good fit for Lucha.
Yeah, he is.
I'm digging it, and I'm liking the. It's like they perfected Baron Corbin's gimmick in 5 seconds. It's like, no, that's how you do it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what a thunk it.
Motorcycle guy who can actually kick ass, and yeah, he's okay about it. Yeah, he looks good. He's got the t-shirt.
They were about to have strike one for me.
Oh, why?
About
Because Lucha had done such a great job of making their own characters out of guys from the outside that came in.
Mhm.
Johnny Mundo, Alberto El Patron, Indy Temple, he's this and this. So when I saw PJ Black, I was like, oh, great. Global Force is invading Lucha Underground.
No.
And then they started running with the whole Darewolf.
Mhm.
And Vampiro's like, you might get sued if you try calling him by his name because you've been screwing it up. Just stick to Darewolf. So if they're gonna stick to just the Darewolf, I'm okay with that. But if they're gonna just start bringing, Lucha Underground's so popular that we're gonna bring like real guys over, you know, it's at some point that is gonna start where that's gonna be an aspect of their charm that we like so much about Lucha that could be the beginning of the fall again.
How do you feel about him after the little motorcycle?
I
and
fucking
kung
loved it.
fu
Mhm.
Stuff?
It reminded me of Cage's full introduction.
Yeah. And the best part, he lost.
Oh, I love that. Because
The
again,
Mac of all people.
unpredictability of this show is just off the charts.
Loved it.
Now there was another little backstage cinematic, back and forth thing that caught my eye. And it's what's her name? Cobra Moon?
Cobra Moon.
Cobra Moon. I'm intrigued, especially since she looks like she's a badass who, legit knows, some sort of weird martial art. But she's doing it all to Santino's Cobra. Her
name's Cobra.
I know, but I wonder.
The fighting style, Cobra.
Well, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I think Santino. But then I'm like, no, this is what it should have been. They're doing this good. I don't know.
What catch my eye was her mask. Is part of that whole. We saw more of it at the end of the show. We'll get that here in a second. But the green mask, the dragon. What's it called? The dragon.
Azteca.
Yeah.
Dragon Azteca.
Yeah. So I think maybe this is gonna be the first big maybe stable that we're gonna see.
Maybe.
Because if you're ugly and you have to cover it up with something, you're in the group. Bienvenidos. Basically.
That's like half the roster.
Hashtag half the roster.
Yeah. If we're still talking about backstage stuff, what about that between Pentagon and Puma?
Oh, that was great.
When Pentagon being freaking maniacal was like, "You're gonna be my partner. You're gonna help me kick this dude's ass, but then after that, I'm gonna kick your ass."
I didn't like the laugh.
No,
I thought the laugh was over the top.
Okay.
Because he's never laughed. He's never shown that side of a personality before. But other than that, I like everything about that. I love it. It's almost as if I can sense a double turn, especially from Pentagon's introduction last week. Which, by the way, Mil Muertes in the sling. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, selling it.
But I was thinking that Pentagon was become more of a face. He was reintroduced as a face last week.
Kinda.
Well, he took the biggest heel they have.
Yeah, but he was still. I say
in Puma in that stage, he was just kind of working out the whole time. Pentagon was talking. He was kind of being not arrogant, but he just not giving the time of day or whatever. It just seemed like the weird dynamics of their personalities.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe I was reading too much into it. But again, Lucha, it gets me thinking.
Yeah. No, that's a good thing because I have kind of a different take on it. I think that Puma was just being like, all right, you douchebag, what's your point? I get it, we're teaming. And then Puma was still definitely the face and Pentagon was the heel, definitely. So yeah, that's cool that we saw it from different perspectives. But again, Lucha Underground gives you enough.
I'm probably wrong, but
who knows? I could be wrong. It's fucking Lucha. You never know what's gonna happen.
I just said it's very unpredictable.
Yes.
What did you think of the tag match?
Who's in the tag again?
Pentagon and
Oh,
Puma.
yeah. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it was good. I don't remember. I've slept since then.
I'm the same way. I remember the match, but I don't remember the match.
Really?
Yeah. I remember Pentagon cleaning house though after Puma was getting his ass whipped for a while. And
I just had something come to me. Oh my. No, it was
that's it.
Shut up. How Stryker and Vampiro were kind of going back and forth, and Stryker was asking him, "Well, did you put Pentagon up to this? Is this you're doing?" And Vampiro was like, "Dude, stop asking me about that." And I kind of get it with the whole rehab thing, but if Pentagon is still yeah, I'm doing this for my master, and we all know that Vampiro is the master, but now we're acting like it was this time last year where we don't know who the master is, and now Vampiro's denying it. I don't like that kind of.
I don't think he's denying it.
No.
He doesn't want to talk about it because he told him not to talk about it. That's all. But he's not denying the fact that he's the master.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I get out of it.
Okay.
Chris, what do you got?
How about Mundo versus Killshot?
You don't want to talk about Pentagon?
I guess not.
Vampiro?
Yeah. Okay.
Mundo versus Killshot.
Dude, Killshot, man, I was impressed in that match. I really liked it. I thought that Killshot was legitimately going to win that match, which is, I guess, good because that's what they wanted us to think. And I legitimately thought that Johnny Mundo should have lost that match, even though, in the pecking order, Johnny Mundo is clearly above kill shot. But like from that match, I was like, that dick, he had to cheat, you know. So I really played into the kayfabe, you know, and it was not something that happens to me very often nowadays.
Trav?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Trav. What did you think about Cage then?
I love. I don't know why, but I giggled. Whatever, he came out and Matt Striker said, "This Wolverine."
Yes, I agree.
That's
The Wolverine.
because the whole like last season, his promo, like I was like, oh, he's very Wolverine-ish. Like that was, I thought that was part of his, not his gimmick, but like his introduction backstage thing was.
It was a thing.
Yeah. So they called him that. There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
But I'm digging. I dug the promo. I dug the exchange between the two of them. I think they're gonna have a freaking awesome match.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like Cage's presentation so far as opposed to last year? Because I was pleasantly surprised that when he came out, he was fucking over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
And he was getting a facey reaction for the stuff he was cutting. And he reminded me, holy crap, he beat Mundo. I wouldn't mind seeing Cage versus Mundo again.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of threw me off.
In
a good way.
You know, that's something that it threw me off too. So this is kind of like the opposite thing of what you had earlier, Travis, you know, with Puma, where you thought that there was a turn there. I agree with you, Chris, that it seemed to me that Cage was a face, and he wasn't a face before.
No, he's definitely a face. And Mundo's the heel.
Yeah,
so.
Which at the beginning of last season, that wasn't the case.
And, you know, in this case, it doesn't really matter because he came out, he was over the crowd, and he just attacked or verbally attacked a heel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to put you over anyways.
Yeah.
It works.
Rounding out the show, we talked about it earlier. First impression of Rey Mysterio.
That was cool. What he has to do with Dragon Azteca, I don't know, and where that's going to go, I'm not sure. Like, is there beef with Dario, or is there beef with whoever's in the temple? Are they just trying to protect the temple? Like, what's actually going to go on there? And I'm not sure. And I kind of had a twinge, a whiff, just a little itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny little thing, a feeling that Rey Mysterio might have been shoehorned into the storyline there. Like, this wasn't something that was originally planned, and they're trying to kind of force it in.
Really?
A little bit.
I'm gonna go kind of off the cuff and say that was probably the best character-driven promo Rey Mysterio has ever cut.
Okay.
That whole explanation just put Dragon Azteca as a big fucking deal.
Yes.
And pretty much he pretty much described his own origin story. So anybody that has never seen Rey Mysterio wrestle, which is like a shock, if there's anyone left, he just explained himself in an origin story that's as good, if not better than half of the origin stories that Lucha's had in the entire first season.
Yeah,
and it was done so easily, so calmly, and so on the button. Yeah, I loved it.
He made himself seem important, and he also made the Dragon Azteca character seem important, both the old one and the new one now that we're getting. So yeah,
I just like the fact that we know who Rey Mysterio is. Obviously, he's been wrestling for since '96. So he's, I guess, the old timer, you know. And for him to be like the master or sensei or whatever you want to call whoever's in charge, you could tell he's got the power pretty much in this group, and it felt right for him to be revealed as the guy in charge. So I'm digging where it's going. I don't know where it's going, but I like it.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be a very odd question to ask because we haven't seen much so far. Who's the better mentor so far in Lucha Underground? Rey Mysterio, Conan, or Vampiro?
Well, that's not a fair question to ask because we haven't seen enough of Vampiro or Rey Mysterio being a mentor. So I'd have to go with Conan.
I do like the fact that they reference Conan, that we haven't seen him since he was put in the casket last season. Yeah. Because I had actually forgotten about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Continuity.
Continuity, yes. That there's one more thing from Lucha Underground. Sexy Star is still being kidnapped and tortured by Mr. Mothman and is being creeped out. Like, here's a bug. Ah. And she's like, ah.
That's like the coolest Clockwork Orange
Yeah.
thing I'd ever seen.
No, yeah.
Like, do you think she's gonna come back as like a brainwashed?
The Wasp.
Yeah,
Oh,
something.
wow. Yeah.
That'd be again. I could see that happening on Lucha. It's just that far out there. That
Mhm.
okay.
This is what they should have done with Brian and the Wyatts. They're gonna build up this entire season of her being like a little bug, and then she's gonna cocoon into a butterfly and beat the shit out of Moth at the end of the season.
Okay. Yeah, that could happen.
Real quick, you know what? You mentioned that about Brian and the Wyatts. I'm surprised no one mentioned that as like their favorite moment of when he turned on the
Oh,
Wyatts.
the slow yes chant.
I said
Oh, wait,
that.
you mentioned it?
No, I'm saying I didn't get a chance to say what my favorite moment was.
Oh, what was your favorite one?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, I mentioned it
Sorry.
when I was explaining mine that it wasn't genuine because the whole Wyatt Daniel Bryan thing was just a reboot from the beginning. It made no sense why we got that.
But the moment itself.
But
The
that
moment itself where he turned into the slow yes chant. Oh,
Yeah.
that was good. That was real good.
That's it for Lucha.
Yay, Lucha.
The return of Jack Evans on this week's episode.
Versus Drago.
Nice.
Oh!
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's going to be good.
Ah.
And we'll also see that Cobra Moon.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
debuting.
Wait, and who's the sister?
What sister?
The Moth sister.
The Moth sister?
He keeps mentioning his sister.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
At the end of the last season, when he first
Yeah.
started, he says, "Wait till you meet my sister."
Maybe he meant Sexy Star. Like he knew.
Maybe it's gonna be him dressed up as a girl.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
Psycho. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
Raise your hand if you saw Ring of Honor this week.
Kind of had it.
We're gonna do a little bit rapid fire for Ring of Honor.
Because apparently none of us watched it.
Y'all are gonna kill me for this. Well, maybe one of y'all might. Entertainment value.
Yeah.
My match of the week pick is the Top Prospects tournament match between Colby Carino and Punisher Martinez. Abel, please elaborate because I asked you.
Yeah,
To watch
that's the
this
only thing
match.
I've watched because you force fed me to watch it like a Clockwork Orange style.
And how many sound effects did you make during that viewing?
Plenty. Yes. Ooh, that Martinez dude, he really fucked Colby up. he put his hands on him. Like, yeah, he was tossing him around, and that power ball on the apron. Oh,
No, 30 seconds in. You
Like,
were already going,
roundhouse kick.
oh,
Roundhouse
he's
kick.
dead.
Oh, yeah. There was a backbreaker in the match in the middle of the ring that looked sick. Oh, geez, he
So who was doing a better job? Was it the guy inflicting the pain, or was it Colby selling?
it was Colby selling, but there was a couple of minutes there where Colby started getting the upper hand, and he was doing some crazy high flying, high impact offensive maneuvers that looks like he was gonna, actually pull out a win, and that was actually pretty surprising too, and I liked it. So
Credit to Kevin Kelly for referencing one of the moves that he was doing to Jimmy Jacobs, former Decade member. Like, it's cool that if as uncredible as just looking at Colby is, if he can take aspects from Jimmy Jacobs, from even BJ Whitmer, from even Roderick Strong, and make like his own creator wrestler and kind of make it work, plus the selling that he was doing in that match, the potential is fucking there for that little guy.
plus, they were putting over so hard that, oh yeah, he's been around the world. When he was 16, he was in Germany, training this and that. So, and he's Carino's kid, damn it. So yeah, they have other things to do that they can do to put credibility onto him aside from his look.
And for what you don't get when you look at Colby, dude, his selling made and the look. Punisher Martinez has a look.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like I want to see him win this fucker.
Yeah.
And that I think all that together made it my pick for match of the week.
He looks like a guy I don't want to meet in an alley, even when it's broad daylight.
That sit down choke slam's cool too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
From the
Sit down,
ground, he
yeah.
picked them up from flat back.
Up,
Picked them up and
down,
then sit down. Sit down.
Yeah,
choke
that was
slam.
cool. Yeah, like you're going for a ride, son.
If you're bored during the week, check it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, Travis.
Couldn't expect anything less. That was an awesome main event too. Red Dragon teased for the anniversary show. Red Dragon teamed up against Jay Lethal and Adam Cole, baby. It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It
Yeah.
furthering the feud, the triple threat match for the title. at the anniversary show, which is now sold out. So I guess I'm cool. But yeah, triple threat match for the title: Lethal versus O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
Cool.
Was there?
And they're teasing Bobby Fish against Roderick Strong for the U.S. title. I mean, television title. I'm getting that vibe with Roddy versus the World that he's got the U.S. title because he's wrestling scrubs. I mean, we got the point that he was wrestling freaking like the alter ego of Chris Daniels, Curry Man, and Stevie Richards. Like, okay, I at least know them. It's entertaining. But when you're getting guys off the street and they're actually beating you to the point where you might lose the title to Joe Schmo from The Bachelor, like, I don't get it. Like, I know it's the heel thing because it's Roderick Strong, but if it's a heel thing, he should be dominating these guys and not looking like he's actually a threat to lose the belt.
The whole point of a heel bringing in some jabroni is because they can,
Ethan Carter, basically, in his beginning,
right.
Bringing in guys left and right and raping them. Like, it's kind of hurting a character.
It's backfiring.
It's hurting a character that has a heel already compared to how the face run went. It's not really, something about it's just not working. I don't know what it is.
Because it's out of left field. Like this heel turn. You invested all this time and effort to get him over and finally win the title, and then you
turn him into a poor man's Jay Lethal.
Yeah. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully the stuff with Fish will be good.
Yeah. Who needs it?
That's Ring of Honor in a nutshell.
Yay. Yeah?
2 of us went to Reality of Wrestling on Saturday.
Ah, yes. I went with one of my best good friends in the entire world. Somebody that I am very proud to call a buddy.
You've never been proud of me ever.
Somebody that I've always enjoyed their company. I went with Travis. So, Travis.
Hey,
yeah, buddy. Yeah. What?
The views possessed by Houston Wrestling Radio do not reflect me, Portia Anderson. Okay, continue.
Okay.
I'm gonna you are.
Yeah. See,
we never even wanted you to talk, period, on the show, so you didn't have to say anything now. But so go.
All right. So, Trav, we had a trek down to Texas City, and
How long was the drive, bro?
It was pretty long. It was from Huntsville, it was about 2 hours. Yeah, it was 2 hours.
It was 45 minutes from you.
Yeah, from LaPorte.
And you're in LaPorte.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Mardi Gras traffic?
No, actually, Google had to take the other way, not through 45.
Oh, you took 146?
Yeah, 146 through.
Oh, but that Kima traffic in the evening. Oh,
it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Not compared to what 45 was going to be.
Oh yeah, I came down from 45 from Huntsville through downtown through everything. Oh, it was like metal culo, güey.
It was interesting.
So you showed up with a big fat smile.
It was interesting. We made it there pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
You were walking in, and I was like pulling in.
Yeah. So he obviously left at different times.
Right.
But yeah, we got there. It's way out there. It's in the Mall of the Mainland, which I hadn't been to in years. And years ago, it was kind of a ghost town, and it seems like it's still a ghost town, except for like this mass congregation of wrestling fans in one parking lot. It's like, man, I don't know where this is. Where is it? Oh, hey, look, there's people. Okay, it must be where the people are. And there was a shit ton of people there, so that was really cool. So we go in there, we walk in, and well, they had people selling burgers. That was for like a charity thing for
veterans
and all, and the burgers were pretty good. And we went in there, and they have like their own little station where people could sit and sell tickets and be annoying like Portia and sorry. And it was cool. It wasn't just like some table. It was like an actual like, oh, this is built for this. Right. So that was neat. And then you kind of go in and around, and there's this huge room where there's the ring set up, and then the stage and all that, and all the tables and stuff. And it was definitely different than at the, what do they call it?
You already forgot what it's called.
I already forgot it.
We've seen it for like 3 years.
Yeah, I know. It was different. There's still, it seems as though there still needs to be some work to the actual venue itself, because it was just kind of plain walls, plain floor, and then that's it. But it was still pretty cool. Like, oh, they have their own place now. That was an awesome little feeling.
Yeah. You get when I first went in there, just the look and I don't want to say the smell, but it felt like when you go to like a Halloween store, it's like the seasonal place. They kind of there's like nothing throughout the whole year, and then up until like Halloween, it's like they put in the racks and stuff like that. You got that little the musky smell to it. It's kind of like what that reminded me of. Not in a bad way. It didn't stink or anything. I'm just saying it had a distinct.
You mean like the newness of the walls?
A little bit.
New wrestling smell.
There you go. Actually, the one thing I'm not going to you could be nitpicky if you want to say it, but I guess they're doing it for TV effects or whatever. But the lighting is still so freaking dark.
Yeah.
In the whole room, it's just kind of like it was in the Clear place. They just had the spotlights going in the ring, but everything else is like so dark. I mean, I almost ran into like they had like raised platforms for the seating outside the floor seats. I almost like tripped over the platform a couple times. Mm-hmm. We bumped into our friends at Elmer and his little crew.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even see them. Like I was like, oh hey, yeah. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But,
yeah, you're old.
But anyway, it was like really dark.
Should have been wearing your glasses.
I was wearing my glasses.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, so they still have a dark lighting setup, but again, I don't know if maybe that'll be corrected with more building.
Fuck that, Brennan.
Oh,
Marcellus Black.
Yes.
There's been gifts around the ROW block.
Well, because we posted them.
Yeah. First impression.
Oh man, Brennan, for it being his first match.
And be honest, friend aspect aside.
Friend of the show, everything.
Friendly criticism.
Yes. Being that it's his first match, and we know that he hasn't been training for that long, I was thoroughly impressed. I thought that he did so fucking good. And I mean, I know that I could be biased because it's like, oh, he's our buddy or whatever. But no, I
your buddy.
It's an R.
I know. But you love him now.
Anyway.
See, he's already offended. You said that.
And he's already blushing.
I have a basis.
See?
Yeah. Anyway, no, he did really well. Like I wouldn't have known, and trying to be unbiased, I wouldn't have known that he'd only been wrestling for a short period of time, and that that was his first go in there, because he went in there and he looked like he knew what he was doing. He executed all his moves. He sold the offense that was taken or given to him, and he pretty much did everything he was supposed to do, and it looked good.
He had a good presentation when he came out. With the whole get up, he had the face paint, which I wasn't expecting to see.
Yeah.
And then the
like a
robe, and then
kimono.
What is the big
sash?
I forget what the type of, like the
chain with the beads.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but anyway, he had the big get up, for his character, and he came out. I mean, he was towering over his opponent.
Oh yeah, Cedric Payne.
Yeah, and I was a little worried at first because he had a weird kind of stance, like when he first started. But as the match progressed, he got comfortable. Yeah, he got more comfortable.
I understood what he was going for. He was
Ryu.
Yeah, he was kind of trying to do a kung fu kind of character, which is something you haven't seen in wrestling for a while. Like, yeah, sure, you had
someone that's not Japanese.
Yeah, like sure, you've had some people that are like, train in MMA and jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and all that in the current era. But I remember back when, like 80s, 90s, when like his fighting style is karate, and like
me.
Yeah, or Steamboat or something.
Yeah.
I felt like that's kind of what he was going for. He was going for a martial arts master, shogun of the row, and he had a little bit of a different stance, and all his moves that he was doing. Sure, he had wrestling moves where he was doing, power bombs and body slams or whatever. But when he was doing strikes, like it was as though he was, hitting somebody like in a kung fu kind of way. And it was different. It was cool. It was well thought out.
Did he do a Hadouken?
He did do a Hadouken after like a spinning roundhouse kick or something. I did a Hadouken after that. It's pretty funny.
He took down the rest of the Legion after that.
Yeah, the rest of the Legion tried to get involved, and he was like, So he looked really strong, and all of it. He was very
no botches or anything. Everything. Yeah. Good showing for his debut match.
Yeah.
How was the cage match?
The cage match was the opener.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. Q versus Ryan. When we walked into the arena, the cage was already set up. And that was kind of cool because it gave it a little bit more of a special type visual. It's like, oh, wow, look at that. And, we knew that, well, that means that they're going to do the cage match first, obviously. And, yeah, that opened the show. And I was really surprised with that match. I mean, I don't know if surprise is the right word, because, I mean, it's Q and Ryan. You know, you expect them to be pretty
Who went
good.
over?
Ryan. Ryan won.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
And, of course, Stevie Ray was out there talking crap.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about the bull rope?
Bull rope.
That was weird because that ended really fast.
Yeah, it seemed like they had less
2 or 3
time.
minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I
That was the one match that I was looking forward to
You would
the
have
most.
been disappointed.
Oh man.
I mean, what they did do was good. You know, it was quick. It was really
It was
quick.
an abrupt finish.
Yeah.
And you know the bull rope had the little cowbell in the middle, and they didn't use the cowbell. I said that during the show. I was like, they didn't have a chance to. Use
Travis had a fever.
And the only cure is more cowbell.
Exactly. So you get it, right? Yeah. And they didn't use the cowbell.
They didn't use the cowbell. Yeah. I wonder how much of that was time constraints or filming for TV or what. You know, because one thing that you had said, Trav, to me there was, you know, one of our complaints has been for a while about ROW is that it always felt like a TV taping and it didn't feel like a live event.
It's been Chris and I's
Biggest gripe.
Yeah.
You're trying to be liberal over here, not
Well.
so. But yeah, that has been a complaint that we've had about it. Just it takes away the feel of an indie show when you make it a TV taping.
Yeah.
And this show, I was realizing halfway through, I was like, wait a minute, this is moving pretty fast. It's not trudging along like it has been before. With you don't have your champ coming out third or fourth match, and then we're going to see him again later on. No, it was just like we're seeing different guys, different times. It felt like an event, like a wrestling event should be, and not a TV set for TV tapings. And I was talking to you and Borch about this after the show. I was like, this wasn't a TV taping. Y'all were saying, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this is a TV taping, then kudos to them because it doesn't feel like a TV taping. It felt like
There wasn't a birthday party?
right.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the champ came out last. It
Yeah.
was the last match. The
I read the obituaries and I didn't find any Latin lovers in there. What happened?
Well, Gino actually, you know, pulled off the victory.
That was
surprising.
That was actually I kind of cringed at that because Keith Lee was Keith Lee. And,
Damn!
yeah.
Keith Lee was killing
Dude, there was an exchange between them of running the ropes back and forth, and
Yeah, dude, Keith Lee looked like a cruiserweight doing the whole where we're gonna jump, somersault over, jump, lay down, you go over, and you know that whole thing. And dude, Keith Lee was keeping pace with Gino, man. And you know, Gino, he's a high flyer, and Keith Lee's big old dude, and he was pulling it off.
yeah, my thing
You look
was
surprised. Have you not seen Keith Lee before?
I shouldn't be surprised, no, but was seeing it from a guy that looks like him, it's fucking amazing every time you see it.
I went in there knowing, okay, obviously, you know, Gino, you know, he's gonna win because he's, you know, whatever. They're not gonna change the order. I was expecting a shenanigans win. I was expecting some kind of schmoz ending or whatever to be a heel and keep the title, foot on the ropes or whatever. No, he's got a clean win over Keith fucking Lee. Like he beat him like it was nothing. And I was like, really? Like nothing against Gino, but come on, it's if you put the two together, like Keith Lee and Gino, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not being disrespectful to
Well, I mean,
How much of, we talked? I said this to you
Uh-huh.
regarding Brennan. How much of that is Keith Lee blinders, and how much of that is legitimate? I just didn't like the finish because we're obviously big proponents on the show.
We're fans of Keith Lee, yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't one of his selling points of me driving out there. It was his debut.
It wasn't hanging out with me.
Yeah, sure. So anyway, that was one of the proponents of me going after was seeing Keith Lee perform the main event. And then I don't know. It's just I expected a different finish. I'll leave it at that to be
Okay.
Now, however, on the other end of our fandom of Keith Lee, there's our fandom of Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor and
Taylor brothers.
Yes, and Tyree Taylor, who are now a tag team. They took on the ROW Tag Champs, the Heavenly Bodies, in a match that was pretty darn good, I'd say.
weird. But yeah.
Why did you think it was weird?
They switched corners.
That is one thing that was kind of weird in it. Yeah, they switched corners. They started off in the opposite corners, like one on the front left and the other is back right, and then they switched to the front right and the back left.
It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Wrestlingception.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, the tag ropes are on those two corners. Oops. But that little gaff aside, everything else in the match went pretty well the way I would think.
You know, do we have a new champion?
Yes.
Yes.
Shane Taylor, Keith. I'm so used to saying this. Shane Taylor and Tyree Taylor are the tag champs at ROW.
Shane Taylor did wear his PBK.
He did.
Tights.
He did. It was pretty funny. But it's amazing how much this Tyree Taylor guy looks like Shane. They almost look like they could actually be related, which I think that's what they're going for. They're saying that they're brothers and stuff.
Oh, they're not related?
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Of course,
so.
are they related?
They're called the Taylor brothers. They want them to be brothers.
Well, then there you go. They're Taylor
There you
brothers.
go.
Yeah.
They're like the Garcia brothers on that other podcast.
Oh, Deep in the Horror of Texas. Yes, the Garcia brothers, because they're brothers.
Yeah.
Jeff and Aaron are brothers.
Yeah.
Make sure you go on their Facebook page and tell them that.
We
They
need to
love it when you
we
say
need to
that.
make
to
a
them.
new Houston Wrestling Radio shirt. Instead of Super Mario Brothers, the Taylor brothers, just reverse the white pixels with black, and that's them.
Oh,
It'll sell though.
get rid of the
Really?
mustaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
No?
Yeah, get rid of mustache.
Yeah. Okay. This guy.
Yeah. Well,
So anyway, yeah, we had a grand old time
There was
out at RNW.
there's another match on that was really weird. Weird ending.
Uh-oh.
It was another tag match.
Oh, here we go. I know what you're talking about now.
It was Abel and Jackson's bodyguards,
Yeah,
which by the way,
Ministry of Defense, which is their
by the way, that was another match Abel and Jackson had against Alex Reigns, and Abel and Jackson was the heel at the beginning of that, right?
I believe so.
And then Alex Reigns was the face.
I guess I've always seen him as a heel. I don't know.
And
I'm
then
confused on
he
that
was about to beat Abel and Jackson, and then his bodyguards came in, and they were cornering Alex Reigns, and they stopped, and they turned around at Abel and Jackson. They started beating on him, with Alex Reigns is beating on Abel. So it was a swerve, like a double turn, I guess. It was weird. It was a weird thing. And then anyway, later on, the Ministry of Defense. They came out and they wrestled.
Surf and Surge and some new kid.
Yeah, and this kid, he was all about lucha.
Yeah, he was doing the lucha.
Lucha.
But he didn't have a mask.
It doesn't matter. You don't need a mask.
Is he Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he looks like
Yeah.
We'll let it
But he had a weird outfit. But he was like, I call him Mexican jumping. He was bouncing all around that fucking place.
in a good way or a bad way?
Bad way. He's like, just like on speed or something. I don't know. This guy was crazy. To the point.
He
where-
must have swallowed the worm.
Si, senor.
That explains the ending.
Oh,
Now,
butt fuckery?
the ref got the heat for this,
Yeah.
for the especially people behind us. But he, there was
The ref did what he was supposed to do, which is the show must go on, keep up kayfabe, and you're supposed to count to 3 if somebody doesn't kick out. It's even when they're not supposed to, And I think that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah,
The kid didn't kick out.
yeah.
You know?
The ref went. The ref went 1, 2, and then he
2 3/4.
Yeah, he slowed down a little bit, but he still had to put the hand down. He couldn't just stop. And because the lucha guy, he didn't kick out. I mean, you had to see it. Dude. He was like all over, like running around everywhere. So.
Yeah, so that was probably the most egregious thing that happened of the night.
But that ref was getting shit all night long. From everybody.
You're kind of right.
Was it
wasn't really
Beard?
his fault. No, it was a new kid. I don't know who he was.
It was just him and Stash.
Yeah.
Welcome to ROW. Fuck you.
Aw, Chris.
Was that was it though, right?
Yeah.
The announcement.
There was a women's match also. Oh, you would have liked the women's match.
Were they naked?
No.
I wouldn't have liked the women's match.
Oh, yeah.
There's a chick that came out almost like Elektra. She had
Oh, yeah.
a little ninja garb on.
She's been out before. I think Chris saw her when we went last time.
But she was Mexican.
Oh, Habanero Olvera?
Hi Young.
Hi, Young.
Yeah, Hyung.
Yeah,
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
We like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I told you the story. We trained at the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the defense camp together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one time when you
Yeah.
thought you're gonna do something.
Yeah. Instead, I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Got your ugly mug on YouTube, halfway off the screen.
Get back onto the screen.
So yeah.
But that was it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was like a total of like 12 matches on the card, so I know that there was something
No,
that we
there
missed.
wasn't that many matches.
No, well, it seemed somewhere around there. My count was somewhere around that high. Yeah, was it? I don't know,
so.
but there was a lot. But yeah, it was still,
So what was the announcement?
Yes. Oh, the announcement. March 9th. They're going to be doing a screening of the Jake the Snake documentary, and Jake the Snake and DDP are going to be down there. So come on down, meet Jake and DDP, and watch the movie and have a grand old time. And Porsche, what's the next Fastlane event for ROW?
February 27th.
February 27th. Okay, so February 27th, the next ROW taping. March 9th is meet and greet with DDP and Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake ruined my wedding.
Been there, done that.
Yeah? Jake the Snake ruined your wedding?
No, I met him and saw the documentary.
Oh.
It's on iTunes for anybody that doesn't want to drive 2 hours to Texas City.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
out there.
Remember, he drove out to Dallas to see it.
Yeah, you drove 3 hours, you dick.
4 hours.
4, dick.
Why are you calling him dick?
Because he's a dick. Look
Yeah.
at his dick face. With his little dick mustache.
What?
And dick glasses. What? And dick face.
You already said that.
Abel's got issues.
This is why I had to be on the podcast.
I was reiterating the dickness of your face.
We
Oh my.
have a run-in.
You have a run-in?
Brennan says don't talk trash about him or he'll beat you up.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we didn't really talk trash about him. We have a
No.
glowing.
I mean,
we talked-
we didn't say
Brennan-
anything bad. I mean, we didn't say he looked stupid with the face paint.
Brennan,
We didn't
Actual
say that he was
Brennan.
booked
I
too
know.
properly against the Legion.
Yes.
Like, we don't care about the Legion anymore because he killed them all. I mean, we didn't really talk trash about Brennan at all. Nah.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the next time we see him in
We're
person.
kind of putting him over, buddy. It's,
Yeah.
Then again, it is ROW.
He can do better.
once
Oh,
again,
yeah.
the views of
There you go.
East Wrestling
Hey, you're not
Radio
even
does
supposed to be
not
talking. It's a
reflect
3-man show. So, yeah,
about-
anyway, that's the show.
Yeah.
That's it. That's in a nutshell. 169. Something D. Right.
Is that in the books?
Hey,
Huh?
real quick. We were talking about Raw earlier.
That show again?
No. You'll like this. We'll heal. What do you think of the fourth partner for New Day?
That made no
I forgot
sense.
about that.
I fell asleep.
Fucking
So,
loved it.
is he a heel?
He's a nothing, I
No, because
guess.
he turned on him. He turned on New Day.
Yeah, because New Day were pissing him off and having him do all the heavy lifting and kind of go at it alone.
It's like, fuck yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, screw you guys. I thought I was gonna be a part of your cool club, but you're just using me. And he, said,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
well,
It was overshadowed by the Dudley heel turn, but
Yeah.
that was the thing about that.
yeah. But it was cool, like in the beginning of it, where he was wearing a little horn and he was doing all the dancing stuff with Big E, and
How?
yeah, that was cool.
Stand up.
Oh, God. No. No. Stop.
That's a show, ladies and gentlemen.
No, quit.
Here we go.
You're lucky this isn't worth $9.99 because we don't know how to do refunds.
Quit. Stop. My ass burns.
All right. Oh yes, adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Toodles.
Say something.
Something.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Say goodbye, Porsche.
Nobody wants to hear her. Monotone megaphone. No.
Bye, everyone.
I thought we had this conversation weeks and months ago. Like
Ah.
an all-female podcast. That was the least downloaded episode of all the times.
That's actually
Yet
not
somebody
true.
didn't. Oh, it's the first one with you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
It's probably not wrong.
And you wonder why you're single.
No, I wonder why I stayed in town instead of moving out when I had the chance.
Aw.
Too soon?
Oh, God. Stop it.
I'm really
Sorry.
Hey, you're on that side.
I know. Look at me. Oh, ah.
Is that how you dab?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ding.